When the first followers of Jesus Christ dropped their nets and went after him, they hit the ground running. They immediately experienced what it was like to be the community of followers of Jesus Christ. They spent 3 years immersed in the life of Jesus, building community with each other. They were a close-knit community. They engaged the world. They looked at their tradition, and they revisited the scriptures. At St. Mark's, we have an 8-week immersion experience called Followers Life. We say it's a beginner's class that's not just for beginners. And we try to immerse ourselves in the life of a follower of Jesus Christ.
Followers Life to me really just about getting back to the basics, whether, you are joining the Methodist Church, from another religion, or, just trying to, renew your faith in God. To me, it's about getting back to the basics. I feel like in general in life, we all get wrapped up in things, whether it's, materialistic things or, just trying to, as I say, keep up with the Joneses sometimes. I feel like through the class, you start to understand, I need to take a step back and realize, what am I supposed to be here for? What is my purpose? More than just, going to church and listening to the sermons, but acting those out after church is over with.
Followers Life is one of the best experiences that I've had at St. Mark's. It allowed me to meet other members of the church. It gave me the chance to get to know my pastor on a more personal level. It showed me a lot of service opportunities that are available throughout the church. Some I didn't even know existed. But what I have valued most is forming friendships with a spiritual connection that have now lasted for years.
We start with service. We serve together, and we serve again throughout the class. We also engage the scriptures. How did we get these scriptures? How should we read them? How do we apply them? We read through an entire gospel account or account of Jesus' life together. We look at our tradition, the United Methodist tradition, and the history of the church. What does that mean for us today? We look at rational arguments for Christianity. Why rationally can I have confidence in Jesus and in Jesus' movement, both in the past and today?
To me, it was more than just what I'm getting out of it or what my wife was getting out of it, but more of, what can we gather from our class here, and how can I help my child in the future, and, not just teaching her, but also, how I'm acting around her, how I act as a person of God and a disciple of God, and, help her learn from that and help her develop in her relationship with God as well.
Wherever you are in your faith journey, God is faithful to meet you there. The Followers Life Group experience continues to help me in subtle ways, most importantly, knowing that my self-doubt and questions regarding faith are shared by others who spoke with honesty and humility about issues that were weighing on their hearts.
Spiritually, I think I learned that it's okay to have questions around religion, and there's not always a right or wrong answer. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray. And it's okay to actually sit down and explore some different topics. It's okay to have questions.
But I remember there's multiple times where, we were questioning things in Mark, coming back with tons of questions. Okay, what does this mean? What does that mean? Is it a metaphorical thing that we were reading, or, is it, something we needed to be taking literal? There's things that we want to find answers for, but we don't have the answers, and just understanding, hey, let's just have faith in what we're reading instead of always trying to find the answer. I think that's a problem with this world today is people always want to know the facts and the answers, and sometimes there just isn't an answer that us as humans can understand. I think sometimes we just need to have faith in God and trust in Him that, what He's doing for us, whether it be something that's great or tragic that happens in our lives, that God's going to make sure we're taken care of and that things are going the right direction.
The goal of this experience is that when you get done, you as an adult have something that you feel very firmly convicted about, both in belief and in practice, and so that the gap between the two is not so wide. So often in the church, the gap between theory and practice and belief and practice has been so wide. We sit in a room and talk about the Bible, and then there's this big step or steps we have to take to put it into practice. Followers' Life is about putting belief and practice together here and now.